Welcome back. Say you have a data set and your interviewer is asking you to move a particular column to a particular location. How you're going to do it? Now first, let me give you the context, like why do you need this move? Why do you need to move the label column or target variable? And why does this question pop up in the mind of interviewer? In your data frame, most of the times, if you're using a toy data frame or publicly available data frame, the label column is at the very end of your data frame. But that is not guaranteed when you're dealing with a real life data set. Maybe your label column or the target variable column is somewhere in the middle, and you need to take it to the very end to make everything easy for you. Another reason is some algorithms like Amazon SageMaker's XGBoost, they ask you to prepare your training data, if that is a columnar input. The algorithm, the XGBoost, is asking you to take the target variable or the label variable, or which is going to be any variable that you have in a data frame. Take it out and put it as the first column. If you do not put your label or target variable as first column in your data set, XGBoost in Amazon SageMaker is going to give you some error. So that's the reason why you need to know how you can move some particular column to a particular location. And that's what we're going to see today using Pandas, like how you're going to move label column or target variable and put it in a desired position so that you format your data frame properly to match the requirement of the algorithm that you're going to use. So to begin with, we have imported Pandas as PD, and then let me write down what we're going to do today. So we are going to move how to move label column or target variable to a desired location or position. So that's our goal today, and we're going to use 4 steps to achieve that. The first step is to create a data set or data frame from scratch. You can use any publicly available data set, or you can use scikit-learn. If you do not know how to create a data set of your own or how to use an available data set, please take a look at Pandas interview tutorial 4. I have described it there. So first we create a data set or data frame from scratch, and then add labels or target variables to that data set. So that's our second step. This third step is going to be like, say, okay, we have the columns, the dependent variable, and also the independent variables. Now, the dependent variable or the labels or the target variable, it can be anywhere in our data set. We need to take that column out. Say, we call it popping out. So pop out the column which is label or target variable. This is going to take that column fully out from your data frame, and then insert that popped out column into a desired location. These are the 4 steps that we're going to follow in this tutorial. So let's start straight away. So we are going to create an array first, and this is going to be our data frame. This is going to be an n-dimensional array, NumPy array. If you do not know how to do it, please take a look at my tutorial number 4. So as we're using NumPy, we are going to import NumPy as np, and so the array is going to be random numbers. So np.random.rand, and then we are saying that create a 10 by 10 matrix using NumPy with random numbers. So that is our array, and we're going to use that array to create our dummy data frame. So pd.dataframe, and we are putting that array variable there. If you want, then you can name the columns, but if this is optional, you don't have to do it. So say we're going to name the column all the way starting from A all the way to J. So A, B, C. So we need to put them in string: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. So we have 10 columns because, you know, like we told in this line that create 10 rows and 10 columns, and that's what we're going to use to create the data frame, and that's how our data frame is created. Let's take a look at it. So head, and let's take a look at all the elements there. So this is our data frame. We have rows starting from 0 to 9, 10 rows, columns A to J, 10 columns, and this is our data frame, but we do not have the label here. So now let's go to the second step. So we're going to create a new column which is called label, and df label is going to be our np.random. So this is the technique I'm going to tell you. We're going to generate random integers, because so say that for as label values in this data frame we're just going to use 0 and 1. That's it. So random integer we're going to generate, and we are saying that okay, we are going to have 2 distinct values, and the size is going to be 10 because we have 10 rows, and for each row we are going to generate a label. And if I execute that cell and take a look at the df head 10, you see that there is an extra column now, randomly generated ones and zeros. So say this is our first data point, which is going to be having a class equal to 1, and this is our second data point, which is going to be whose class is going to be 0. Now we have everything in place. Now say your interviewer is saying, okay, can you please prepare this data set according to this documentation you can see on Amazon SageMaker. They want the target variable or the label column to be the first column, but now you can see that in your data frame the label column is at the very end. So there are many different techniques, but I'm just going to show you some very intuitive, one very intuitive technique, one that makes sense, and one that is very easy. So we are going to pop, as you see that in our third step we said that pop out that column. So Pandas has a nice function called pop. So df.pop, if I put it this way, and the name of the column, so what it does is from the data frame df, we are taking out the label column, the last column, completely out and putting that in a variable called label. So if I do that, label has our label column, and if you take a look at the df data frame now, you see that there is no label column anymore because we have popped it already. Now we have it popped. We also said in the fourth step, let's take a look at it, insert that popped out column into a desired location, and fortunately Pandas has an insert method as well. So we do df.insert, and then for insert we're going to say, okay, where are you going to insert? It's going to be an integer number. So if this is going to be, as we said that for this tutorial, we're just putting that label column, popping that label column out from this data frame and putting in the beginning so that we have it formatted. We have it formatted so that it is compatible to be used with Amazon SageMaker's XGBoost algorithm. So we do df.insert. We're saying that okay, put it or insert it in the very beginning of the data frame. The name of the column, you can also mention that this is going to be my name of the column, the second argument, and what value are you going to insert there is the label variable that you have used in the previous cell. Here you have popped the label column completely out from data frame, and then you're putting into a label variable, and you're saying that okay, insert that label variable in the 0th position, and the column's name is going to be label. And if I run this and take a look at the data frame itself, you see that now the label is at the very beginning, right? So this is how you can achieve the movement of a particular specific column in your data frame to a particular specific location in your data frame. And we have also seen the use cases why you need them, because sometimes your data frame may contain the label variable somewhere, anywhere in this column list that you have. Or sometimes you need to do it so that you have a compatible data frame or data set according to the documentation of the container that you're going to use or the algorithm that you're going to use to perform some task. That's when you need this badly. So if you're really enjoying these tutorials, please subscribe to my channel. If this tutorial helped you to some extent, please click the like button. Stay with me for more tutorials. So see you in next one. Until then, have a wonderful time. Take care. Bye.